the water is. It's literally up to my ankles, not even up to my knees. The way I'm going to end up back at Cronulla. I've never seen it like this before, so that's why I'm filming it more and more, because I've never walked this far out here. I don't know if this is normal or what, but very unusual to get this far out and still be able to walk, and I can go a lot further, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, beautiful spot. Okay fam, so today's destination finished with Carlos. I'm in beautiful Cronulla in the southern suburbs of Sydney, and we're heading on the ferry to a place called Bundeena in the national park. So come along with me for the ride, guys. It's a great way to get to the national park without driving there on the ferry. So here we go from Cronulla, and I'm taking you on the coastal walk at Cronulla. This one is the trip over to Bundeena in the national park. Here we go. Okay fam, so there's a ferry behind me. That was all 5-10 minute trip all the way from Cronulla over there, and now we're here in Bundeena. So now we're going to explore Bundeena a little bit, and that was $7.20 one way. So return is $14.40, which isn't too bad on a ferry. And it's a quick way to get down to Bundeena without driving all the way through the national park. So let's have a look and see what Bundeena's like in the national park. It's a beautiful spot. I've been here quite a few times, but I love this area. Cockatoos, all kinds of wildlife here. Come on, don't be scared. I don't do anything to you. So you've got all kinds of wildlife. Obviously we're in the national park. There he goes. And obviously you've got a lot of camping sites and everything down here. So you pay to come into the national park, you pay to camp, but if you're into that kind of thing, it's not my thing, but a lot of people do this. I've done it before years and years ago when I was a kid, camping out here, and it was a lot of fun, but I don't know, it doesn't seem as fun anymore to come and camp and stay out in the wild, although there's toilets and everything else here. Yeah, not my type of thing. But here we go guys, and this is the beach down here, and we came literally straight from over there on the ferry, but the ferry stopped on the other side over there on that peninsula. I've walked around to come to this beach, and then I'll go to the other beach of Bundeena. This one's called Bonny Vale, and the other beach is Bandina Beach itself. Now, how pretty is that? Low tide, so you can walk all the way out there. Alright fam, so here we are, Bonny Vale in the National Park of Sydney. And the trip, I was explaining earlier, we came from down there, Cronulla, and it's low tide at the moment. Normally guys, this here where I'm walking, you swim down here, and actually you usually swim up to about this point here, and it gets quite deep. But low tide, look at that. It's like a sandbank. It's beautiful. And I've been to this place many, many times, especially when I was younger. Used to come camping out here, believe it or not. But as you can see, there's people camping out there. Little river systems, but it's a beautiful spot guys to get away. And like I said, it was a 10 minute ferry ride from Cronulla. But if you were to drive here, you've got to go all the way around from the national park to get into this area. So it's not far, but it does take a good hour or so, as opposed to 10 minutes on the ferry. And plus you've got to pay to get in, which doesn't help. But anyway guys, this is it, Bonny Dune. Spend a bit of time down here. Then I'll head over to Bundeena where the ferry pulled up and show you that area. Wow fam, how good is this? I've been here many times in Bundeena. I've never been here with the tide being this low. Honestly, if I look back over there, that's where the tide normally is, right where the trees are. I'm still on sand and the water's just down here. So, wow, I've never been this far out. I'm keeping my eye on the tide because I'm assuming it's going to start coming in soon. You might see me on a search and rescue, stuck on the sandbank with the tide out there. But wow, looks beautiful guys. This is Bundeena. Again, reminds me of when I was in Thailand on that secluded beach. It's a Friday today. That's why I came on a Friday. It's 28 degrees over here on the coast, southern part of Sydney. But southwestern part of Sydney where I live, it's going to hit 35, 36. So you're looking at about 7-8 degrees difference in about a 20-25 minute drive from the coast. So it's a very warm day. Tomorrow's going to be in the 40s, so here is going to be packed. Hence I've come today. But wow guys, check this out. And this is the National Park of Sydney. So this is you can't just sort of come here, you've got to pay to get into the National Park. I came by ferry, but it's all protected as national parks normally are. And you know, this is all looked after by the government. It's all protected, Royal National Park. A lot of wildlife in there, you name it, all types of things, kangaroos, snakes, you name it, deer, everything. But you can walk, there's walking trails, but I've done a bit of walking today, just going to be relaxing down here. But check this out. Wow, I am still walking, no kidding, look where the water is. It's literally up to my ankles, not even up to my knees. The way I'm going to end up back at Cronulla. I've never seen it like this before, so that's why I'm filming it more and more, because I've never walked this far out here. I don't know if this is normal or what, but very unusual to get this far out and still be able to walk, and I can go a lot further, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, beautiful spot. Okay, this part here guys, it's just off the main water, which is where I was filming before, just over there. And I remember coming here when I was younger. When this fills up a little bit as the tide comes in, you can get crabs, mud crabs and stuff like that down here. Funny enough, looking at it now, I don't know if I'd walk through there, but when you're younger, I think you don't take notice of all this stuff, you just want to jump in. And like I said, you can sort of all the way down there as you go along, a lot of crabs and stuff. So people that do come down here fishing, sometimes they come looking for crabs and that. I don't think you'll get any now because it's low tide at the moment, but once it's high tide, it's nice. And look at that guys, the people that live just on the edge there. Be a beautiful spot to live right on the beach. Although a bit hard to get to unless you get that ferry like I did today for the first time. So interesting getting the ferry down here. A lot quicker way to get down to Bundeena and to get to the national park. So guys, if you're thinking about coming down National Park, especially Bundeena, because obviously once you get down here you've got to drive around, think of getting the ferry in. Like I said, $7.20 each way, 10 minutes from Cronulla and you're here. Brilliant. And this is where you are. Beautiful. So the things right down here guys, you can hire kayaks here, which is actually nice. I've done that before as well. and you just take it out in the water there. As you saw, the water's low tide at the moment, but even a high tide, it's actually calm. It's not like rough like a Manly or some of the Cronulla beaches, like the ones that I've been showing you on my beach walks. These are nice, calm area. So getting the kayak is actually really, really nice, and it's fun too, because you've got to keep your balance and not fall off. And as you can see, beautiful spot to kayak out here as well. And you can stand on them as well and do the whole standing or sitting in the kayak, so they're pretty cool. Wow, I tell you what, coming on a quiet day, it is beautiful. Geez, you feel like you can do anything here. Fantastic. So we were all the way at that side over there before, where I was at the low tide, showing you where all the crabs and everything are. So I walked down the other end of this Bonny Vale beach, and I'll start heading up to Bundeena soon. Okay fam, so now I'm walking to Bundeena from Bonny Vale. And like I said, it's about a 5-minute walk. As you can see, it's all residential here. Older kind of housing, a lot of trees, which is nice. The only issue the people have got here, when there's bushfires, they're stuck. They can't get out. They can get the ferry out, but all their stuff stays here. So they're the pitfalls of living in the national park. I just went past the fire station, so they've got all those facilities at hand. And they're right near the beach. The beach is just at the end of the street here. But when there are problems like bushfires, which Saturday here, which is tomorrow, it's supposed to be 43 degrees in Sydney. Well, in Western Sydney. Out here probably in the high 30s, so that's when the bushfire danger goes up. So hopefully these people are all right, but they'd be used to it. If you come and live here, you come knowing that risk is in there. But as you can see, guys, it's a nice little place to stay. Just making sure there's no bloody dogs out here running around. But yeah, I mean, it's a certain type of people that will live out here. Ones who want to get away from the city and get away from everything. But if you like that lifestyle, it's not bad. Not for me. For me, for visiting, beautiful. But to live, oh, I don't know about that. But there you go, guys. Beautiful little area. Lots of houses, guys. Lots of houses, considering we're in the national park. Anyway, off to Bundeena. Alright fam, so this here is Bandina Beach. And that's where the ferry came in earlier, just back there. And I've walked all the way around the other side of the peninsula. You can't see it from here, that was Bonny Vale. But this is Bandina Beach again. Nice little beach. Houses just on the other side. But like I said, it's a cozy kind of beach, guys. It's a nice place to come, especially on the weekend. Sorry, on the week, during the week when it's quiet. On the weekend this gets very, very busy. You can hardly get parking. But anyway, there you go guys, this Bandina Beach. And there's some rocks that we can go to later on. I'll see if I head down there. But there's all rocks and everything that look out over the main beach itself. But it's a very pretty beach. And the fact that the houses are just there, imagine living there, wow. That'd be awesome. There you go guys. Another beautiful place in Sydney. And again guys, the water here, it's beautiful. You see people bring their jet skis down here. Now the tide's come up since I was at Bonny Vale on the other side, so it's a little bit deeper. But oh, it's so refreshing because it's so warm. But wow, that guy's beautiful. And the nice thing is the water's nice and clear as well, so it's not murky, it's not sandy. It's beautiful. Wouldn't mind getting on one of those jet skis though. These aren't rented by the way, these are people's own jet skis that they bring down here. Just like the boats and everything else, you can bring all that down here. You don't rent jet skis down here. But again guys, look at that beautiful beach. Beach life as we say. Don't forget guys, catch a lot of these episodes on the YouTube channel. Flick through some of the old catalogue as well. You'll see some of the older videos as well, which are really, really cool. So make sure you do that, guys. Okay, guys, and as the water comes up, as the tide reaches up, there's a little lake which goes around and actually goes around the other side where I was walking before, and around the houses as well, which is actually pretty cool. The only thing is, I reckon at night, it'll be full of mosquitoes. So it looks pretty, But I don't know how practical it will be to live there because you'd be fighting mosquitoes every day. But wow guys, and it's so nice to see the houses along the beach there. It's just a different lifestyle that these people would live out here. I wouldn't be working in the city and living out here, although you could, to be honest. You could actually work in the city. You just get the ferry from there, 10 minutes, straight across there, you're in Cronulla. And then you get the train. Cronulla's got the train station, as I mentioned on my Cronulla coastal walk. The train station's at Cronulla, so you just get this train into the city. So you could actually live right here on the beach and literally work in the city. And I don't think it's a long trip from Cronulla into the city. So there you go guys, different lifestyles here in Sydney that you can live. But anyway, what a beautiful place. Fam. The other thing is, a lot of places to eat around here. So I'm going to grab my calamari and chips before we head off. So we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so lunch has arrived. That looks good. Beautiful. If you're wondering what kind of fish are in the ocean here, if you look up the top there, then if the lights you can see, it gives you all the type of fish that are protected. You're not allowed to fish all these fish. What's interesting though is the ones that are down the bottom here. Then if you can see it, grey nurse shark, hammerhead shark, sand tiger shark, white shark. Basically, they're in that water there somewhere. Hopefully they're all the way up there. Alright fam, so that brings to an end another episode of Destination Fitness with Carlos here at beautiful Bandina, southern Sydney Beach in the Royal National Park of Sydney, which a lot of you won't get to see when you come to Sydney unless you come here. And like I said, it's not an easy way to get here if you drive, but what I did today, getting the ferry from Cronulla, and you've got a train that goes to Cronulla itself. That is for people that do come here on holiday. So you can get a train to Cronulla and a ferry down here, 5-10 minutes. If you were to drive here, it's a huge drive because it's a national park. There you've got to pay. There's certain roads to get in. It's very windy on the hills. It's not like freeways or anything like that. One lane up, one lane down. So it isn't the easiest place to get to if you do drive in. A lot of people do drive in, obviously. But like I said, guys, this is it. Beautiful beaches down here in the national park. They're sort of a bit untouched, unspoilt. Simply because it is a national park, so it's all protected. So if you like your nature as well, a lot of nature walks, guys, you'll love it. I didn't get any nature walks in here. I've been doing a lot of walks recently, and as you know, what I'm doing out in the outback as well, in the heat, a lot of walks, so I'm just relaxing this time. But I hope you enjoy that, guys, and like I said, another part of Sydney. It's a beautiful place, Sydney, a lot of the beaches, but I'll do some more episodes inland, when I say inland, in the suburbs of Sydney soon, so that you can see what that looks like, because the beaches are spectacular here. The water, look at that, is beautiful. But yeah, most people would like the beaches if you are coming on holiday, but don't miss the suburbs as well. But signing off from Bundeena, guys, until the next episode. We'll see you then.